everyone, welcome to my online autobiography project, which I have decided to encompass in 2 videos. In this video I will be discussing, I'll be introducing you to my project as well as discussing my ecological and interpersonal self. So I've decided to discuss my online autobiography through basically two visual mediums. I'll be showing my different social media accounts as well as I've conducted a simple PowerPoint with some Facebook photos to talk specifically about different selves. I may post the script to this video on my forum post just so you can follow along. Just note that there may be a little bit of improv thrown in here. So, like I said, I'll be using 2 main social media accounts, and that would be Facebook and Pinterest for me. I spend more time than I'd care to admit on both of them. I typically access them on my phone, which is with me at all times. Facebook I'm on less and less. I'm usually posting a status about what I'm doing each day, and I like posting photos. Pinterest I'm spending more and more time on, and I will explain more aspects of the social media later on. So to begin, I would like to talk about my basic information page on Facebook, which is how I would describe myself in a nutshell. So on my Facebook profile page, it has basic information here, and obviously that has my jobs, it has where I go to school and what I'm studying, it has where I live, where I was born, and my relationship status. If I go further on the About page, it goes into a little bit more detail where it has how long I've been at each job, how long I've been at the schools that I've been to, places I've lived, and then basic information further describes my religious views and my political views. So I kind of feel like Facebook just gives a lot of really good basic information if you actually fill it out, which for me I did, because I don't know, I like answering questions about myself. It's part of that self-narration thing, I guess. And, I can go into this further with, Facebook photos, which I will in a minute. It also includes my friends, places I've been, sports that I like, music, movies, TV shows, and books, which I do try to keep the book part updated a little bit about stuff that I've actually read. And then, of course, apps and games, and then just things that I've liked on Facebook. So, getting into Eakin's 5 selves, I've, like I said, conducted a PowerPoint, and I'm choosing to use Facebook photos for my online biography to describe some of my selves because I'm able to track my online life through the various photos that I've taken from the year 2007 to the present day. And like I said, I will be looking at these, the things I'm talking about through Eakin's 5 selves and a few ideas of Smith and Watson. And then you might be surprised to see that most of these photos aren't just of me. I honestly do think, because partially of what I've read with Barth's is that I really do think that group photos can reflect an unconscious part of you. And I think that's just because a lot of group photos a lot of them are posed and staged, but a lot of them can be like spur of the moment thing. And even in those poses, you can see some unconscious parts of yourself about, how you're feeling that situation, or maybe the story that you're telling with your body language. So kind of an interesting perspective. So, obviously, Eakin's first self that he talks about is the ecological self, which is the self is a self as perceived with respect to the physical environment. The person is engaged in certain activities. For me, I interpreted my physical environment literally as the places I spend the most time at and the people I spend the most time with. And for me, places I spend the most time are IUS, my home, VIPS, and eventually it's going to be other schools that I'll be working at through my undergraduate program. So for my ecological self, I started off with a recent photo of the Crimson Crew members, some of them. And if you don't know, this is an organization on campus that leads the freshman orientations and the freshman induction day. We spend a lot of time together on campus, and a lot of time together during the summer. Most of the people in the crew are my really good friends and the people I surround myself with on and off campus. My second photo is a few of my friends and I volunteering at the open house last fall for the honors program. The honors program is another organization that I devote a lot of time to. I've made some of my first and really good friends through the honors program, and I'm also a current officer in HIPSAB, which we've spent a lot of time this summer engaged in planning, and I've also been taking honors classes this summer. Both of these organizations are really important to me. Several of my HP friends have crossed over into Crimson Crew, which has definitely influenced my college experience and therefore myself as a whole. My third image was taken the summer before my senior year of high school. Here I'm volunteering at Visually Impaired Preschool Services, which is a preschool for visually impaired children. It's further expanded to include sighted children, as they're called, so even children who don't have visual impairments can now attend preschool here. This was my first event there, and one of the reasons why I still continue to volunteer. I love the kids here, and this experience, the experience featured in this photo is what prompted me to become a special education teacher. This has obviously made a huge impact on my college experiences and goals. Currently, I mostly volunteer at the Friday Friends program, which is one Friday a month, and during the summer it's once a week. I also work the family retreat once a year, which is the event this photo was taken at. My fourth photo is a picture of almost everyone in my extended family. I'm home somewhat often, and I spend a lot of time with my extended family. They're important to me, and their actions have also made an impact on my life as well. This guy right here is my brother, who has made a big impact on my life. I've lived with him my whole life, so 20 years, and his choices as a teen influenced me as a child. He had dreadlocks when he was in high school, and he was often looked down upon for it, but he's always really stuck true to his beliefs. And this guy down here, oh, I lost my mouse. Oh, there he is. That is my grandpa. Unfortunately, he passed away in October, and his death has been really hard on our family because he was kind of the center of it. His death also changed our family dynamics, such as we're spending more time together, and his death also changed me in a lot of different ways. My last two photos I wasn't going to include originally, but I feel like if I'm going to be honest in this project, I have to, at least with this one. This is a simple selfie with my boyfriend and me, and we've been dating a little over 7 years. I spend a lot of time with him, and I've definitely picked up some of his habits. Since we have been dating so long, I'd be lying to say if being with him hasn't influenced me at all. And the other photo is a photo of me and my best friend, Jennifer. And I don't get to surround myself much with her, but when I do, it's very meaningful to me. We have been friends for 12 years, and again, her friendship has made some big impacts on me. Moving on to my interpersonal self, which Ekin describes as unreflective social interactions with another person. I'm going to show you more of my business social interactions on Facebook and a few of my regular interactions Facebook, but what I've come to find in doing this project is that my social interactions are more business-like and less, there's just more private and less interpersonal interactions going on with me on Facebook. So I will be showing you that right here. Whoops. So I will show you the officer page that I have, HIPSAB has, and this is what I would call my basic, my more business interaction type interactions on Facebook, because again, we discuss a lot of proposals for, we're discussing proposals for fundraising, we discuss different volunteer events, and most of the time I'm just offering more suggestions or asking questions, and I do feel like that kind of reflects me as a person because I do like to be considered more of a reliable person, someone that people can ask questions to and offer responses. And that's pretty much what I'm reflecting um, based on my social interactions, my business social interactions. Regular Facebook, like just conversations in general, I don't have a lot of those. Again, it's mostly just I'm excited about something, like here I'm talking about going to Kentucky Kingdom, saying, yeah, we should go to this. Or I'm, again, just answering people's questions or offering suggestions, like I have down here about a post about my cat, because I love my cat. And somebody asked me about his name, and I just respond. So those are pretty much the only social interactions I have that other people see. With my own private Facebook messages, again, there's not a lot going on there either. I do have like a lot of conversations because I just never delete them, but again, it's people asking me questions. In this conversation I have here, we're discussing books for the coming semester. So I don't do a lot of social interaction via Facebook. It's more private self and less interpersonal self. So I feel that my private self is more reflected on Facebook than it is my interpersonal self.